Hello fellow Silksong Rosary farmers. My name is Lou, and if you're anything like me, you found yourself in Act 3, and the place that you were farming rosaries in Act 2 is not that great anymore. So I'm going to show you where I farm them now, and hopefully this spot will help you as well. Let's jump into it. Alright, so a couple of things I want to point out about my build, just so that you have reasonable expectations about what you're going to see on your side. I do have Silksong. You don't need it, but it is helpful. It will make things go faster, I think. And then the build itself, if you have the Vesty Crest, awesome. If you don't, you might have to mess with this a bit, but I use Longclaw on the Wanderer Crest. I use Longclaw, I use Barbed Bracelet, I use Weighted Belt, Thief's Mark, of course. Magnetite Brooch is cool. The Volt Filament is going to buff your Sharp Dart, and the Spool Extender, you don't need it. I have it, but it's not necessary. Again, it just makes things a little bit faster if you're going to be farming for, a while. So that's what we're doing here as far as the build. As far as location, we're hanging out up here in the upper left-hand corner of the Citadel. It's the High Halls area. Fastest way to get there is going to be from the Grand Bellway and get up here to High Halls, and then basically drop down here, go left, you're going to end up here. All right, so once you're here and you're ready to farm, what you're basically going to do is you're going to head into the room on the right, and it looks much like this. That's about best case scenario right there. And what you're seeing is I'm hitting the sharp dart with the Volt Filament. It's killing the first two guys immediately, and then that third guy, if it hits him, if it clips him, it will do a lot of damage. Every once in a while it will kill him. 9 times out of 10 you're still gonna have to hit him with your needle, which is why I've got the Weighted Belt on, so it doesn't bounce me back. I can just face tank him with the Longclaw and the Barbed Bracelet. Usually 1 or 2 hits, he's dead. If he gets void infested, which occasionally happens, sometimes it takes more than 1 or 2 hits. You can use the Sharp Dart twice, but it's actually slower to do that. So I'll show you kind of what that would look like. So unfortunately there is a delay between. You can't hit Sharp Dart immediately, can't spam it. So I find it's better to use it once, try to time it so that you can hit all 3 of them, and then, yeah, you smoke them out real quick. One other little hint is before you get to them, if you just Sharp Dart like this, a lot of times you're going to get hit. I didn't there, but a lot of times you will. What I like to do is, as I'm running, right before I deploy my Sharp Dart, I'll actually stop running, and what that does is it gives that guy on the right a like extra split second to get closer. So like this. And it'll basically ensure that you're going to hit him with that Sharp Dart. So every time you do this, you're going to get 67, I believe 67 rosaries. You also pick up a couple of shards as well. And yeah, I mean, you can do this. For me, it's, see, like right there, I didn't catch him with a Sharp Dart, so that's why I had to smoke him a little bit with the needle. Something else worth noting, the first time you get here in Act 3, there's going to be probably a void nest up in the ceiling here. So usually when you're coming from the High Halls Ventrica station, this guy right here, and you drop down here, when I'm coming through, I basically kill it on my way to this bench, and then once I get to this bench on your way back, it won't be there anymore. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. All of other thing to notice is you don't have to jump over this gap here, but it is a little faster to jump over it than to just run through it. Now, if you do have, like me, Silksong, and you're gonna fill up on Silk, usually I don't let it fill up every time. If I'm trying to do this quickly, I'll basically go through a couple of rounds, like so. And then I'll get back and immediately turn around and come back, and I won't sit on the bench long enough to let that spool fill back up until I need it. And occasionally you won't need it for a while because every time you use your needle, you're filling it up a little bit. But if you do need it, like right here, you can see I notched a little bit of silk there. So maybe like another 3 or 4 of those and I would do it again. But yeah, that's the basics here. As far as what you can expect from me, I get about, let's see, it probably takes me about an hour to do, if I'm doing consistently, an hour to do about 10K rosaries. I don't do it often. In fact, really, it's only when I need shards at this point. So yeah, hopefully this farming spot works out as well for you as it has for me. And yeah, very, very simple. Get your rosaries, buy your goods, have fun. Thanks all.